saying a little while ago when I hadn't adjusted steering head bearings yet, the risers were loose. I tightened those up, but before I went on a test ride, but didn't get a chance to adjust steering head bearings. As soon as I took off up the dirt driveway, you could hear the damn front end chattering like crazy. I jacked it up here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but you can hear it. Hear that little bit of noise there? It's moving pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up. Uh, Fairly simple procedure. As you're going to do really, you leave the bottom ones tight. Your pinch bolts. You're just going to loosen the top pinch bolts here. And you probably want to measure your fork tube height here to make sure they're all right. Loosen your pinch bolts, just the top ones. You probably want to measure your protrusion here, how far the fork tubes are sticking up. You want them both within about 30 thousandths, so pretty damn close. You're just going to loosen the tops here, good and loose. And you have to loosen the pinch bolt on the adjuster bolt over here on the steering head. And those are T45s on this thing. Well, the bottom ones I'll put Allen bolts in there, so they're 5/16 head Allen bolts, or 3/8 16 bolts, really. Then you're just going to tighten your top nut here. Just give that a feel. Still a little bit loose for me. You want your fall away to be about 4 inches, somewhere in there. You get it too tight in the front end when you're going down the road and the bike wants to wobble back and forth. You can't make it go straight. It kind of wants to go in its own direction. That's what happens if they're too tight. If they're too loose, you get up to speed and you get a little wobble here and there, especially on a Sportster with no steering dampener on it. So let me give these a feel here and see if we tighten them up enough. Because you can get a bad adjustment just from you think it's tight. No, they're still loose. Basically, you want to get zero clearance on any Temkin bearing. It's like zero, and then back it off just a hair. You don't want them really tight. You don't check. I put tape on there. You don't really check the Sportsters and Aeroglides with the tape. That's more of a big twin thing. These ones, there's a hole in the back of the fender. Use a bob weight on a piece of string and a ruler on the ground to adjust them. I usually don't do it like that. That's the factory preferred method, but after you've done a couple of hundred of the things, you don't really need that. You know what it's supposed to feel like. And I'm not riding it tonight. It just pissed rain like crazy here for about 30 minutes. A little bit more for me. Yeah, that's probably too tight right there. Bearings feel good though. It ain't got no notchiness in it. So the only thing I have to do tomorrow is figure out that right turn signal, why it's not working, and insurance, tags, and registration. We should be good to go. Runs good after fixing the carb lead. Let me back it off just a little bit. That just feels a little bit too tight to me. Now, on other bikes, if you're actually using a pointer method, you just stick a pointer up here, and when it starts to fall one direction, you mark it with a marker, and then do it the other direction. And where it starts to fall away, that's your measurement. And I can't remember what it's supposed to be. It's like, just say 2 to 6 inches. So 4 inch, you do split the difference. 4 inches is pretty good. 3 or 4 inches. And if the bike's not on a level surface, like this one ain't on a level surface, it'll throw your readings off. So you want it as level as possible, just the front end, just off the ground, so it's not touching. And you know what? I think that still might be a little too tight. Let me feel this thing now. And your cables will make a difference if your cables are binding up on something. So you kind of want to have those a little bit loose there. Yeah, I think that's pretty good right there. Now you want to make sure you torque these pinch bolts down, all of them. I'm obviously not using torque wrench because I got a calibrated elbow. Chattering like crazy. As soon as I took off, I was like, damn. I got out of the grass and hit the gravel part of the driveway, and you could hear the whole damn front end chattering. Went down the road, and it's ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing next. I got this thing done. I guess I'll probably get started on the other Sportster, the salvage bike, and see what the hell's wrong with the motor on that thing. Or I got to do the forks and front brakes on the BMW, and the front end's shattered on that thing too. So I might need to do steering head bearings on there, or at least adjust them, check them. It's pretty damn noisy. I haven't even jacked the front end up yet to check the bearings on it, but that's next because it's chattering pretty good. Anyway, that's enough about that. You guys take care.